Our SMS line is on 20154 at the top of your screen there. Start with our channel 1, no space in between channel and the number 1 is the SMS line that you start with. Make sure that you tell us your name and where you're watching us from. If you have any questions, the Vice Chancellor of Meru University of Science and Technology is in studio, in at the building to tell us more about what they have in store for us. Our Twitter handle is also up and running. Tweeters, the hashtag is Good Morning Kenya. Tag me at Ram Aguko. Our official station handle is at KBC Television. My colleague's handle at Jane Amboy and at Ray Manyara. So far, before we went for a short break, we were talking about student life in campus. Just to get it from you, you are starting a new semester. You're opening this week.
Yes.
And how are you doing orientation, especially for the freshmen and for those who are, new in the university, who are just coming and then starting to join this semester?
Thank you, Ram. Meru University of Science and Technology has a very broad plan and very good plan for our students, especially the new students when they come. We take about a whole week doing orientation to them. We tell them about university life, the social life. We tell them about the academic life, what is expected of them. When you come to school, university, what is expected to you, and by what time you are going to graduate, and all the rest, and what to avoid, what to do, and what not to do. We tell them about the structures, the organogram of the university, starting with the chancellor, the council, which is the governors, the senate, the school, the department, and how they have to behave in the welfare. We tell them about their freedom. University is meant for freedom, but freedom with integrity, freedom with discipline, freedom with responsibility, that they are no longer, especially new people, they are no longer headmaster, they are no longer the halls master, what have you.
The bell is no longer there.
The bell is no longer there. You have to control yourself. And this has serious problem, especially for the first years when they come, because they are transiting from a place where they are heavily regulated to a place where you become your own. Their parents are not there, the headmaster is not there, it is you. And these are things what we do them. For the continuing students, for me at Meru University of Science and Technology, there has been a saying that all the time when you go to the university, you only meet the Vice Chancellor twice in your lifetime. During orientation week as a new student and when you are graduating. Not in Meru University. What we do every semester, I have a meeting, open meeting with all students in the graduation square.
That's quite unique for you.
Yeah, we do this so that students understand and also they raise their issues that we want to do together. This promote dialogue, this promote, getting solution, evolving solution, even from the students and also from the university leadership.
For most parents, we have this concern about how their students or how their children will be faring on when they're in school.
Yes.
In case there is a problem, who will they go to? Because, parents are different, but they all have one common thing. They want the best for their children.
What we are doing in Meru University is that we have a Dean of Students Office.
Okay.
And all issues, if Ram is my student, issues, the Dean of Students will instantaneously inform the parents or the guardian. But we also have the schools. Schools are for academic. If Ram as a student has academic issues, the Dean must access the parent instantly. Going forward, we are trying to evolve as we reach a situation where we'll be having way of corresponding to the parents and the guardians. I know students sometimes don't like it, but there are times you like it. If you are involved in an accident, if you are involved in terrible things, I think your closest persons need to get this. So going forward, what we are planning in Meru University is that we are going to have a situation where we are able to talk with the parents. Immediately the results are out. I know they don't like it. You can release the results. When the disciplinary has taken place, we'll release that to them. They may not like it, but I think sometimes it's good. You are involved in a terrible accident, what have you. Your parents should know. And I think this is what we are saying. But all in all, Meru University is an open society. Like I can tell you, we have hostels around the university where almost 80% of my students live. The security is very good. The roads right now, we can thank our county government. They are tarmacking the roads among the villages where the students are living. And the roads inside the university are being tarmacked right now, all of them. And the few hostels that accommodate about 20 to 10% in the university are just the state-of-the-art hostels. So it's a great, serene place for all people to come.
You talked about, reaching out to the parents there, and that one brings in now debates because now a student will not say don't that please give my parents the results of last semester, but we'll not get into that.
let me explain this for you, and I think Kenyans, we need to accept this.
Yes, please.
Students come to the university. Your child, maybe Ram Jr., come to the university.
Yeah.
And is involved in, maybe he has failed and he has been discontinued.
Yes.
He goes and stay in the village, the university village outside the university. And the parents don't know. When graduation come, the parents come that Ram Jr. is graduating, only to discover it's not there. Yet he should have known on time. You are involved in other things, you keep on hiding as a student, and the parents are paying fees to unknown places, and they come to learn.
Somewhere.
Yeah, of course, you are another.
This is why I wanted to ask how you're improving the student-teacher or student-lecturer and parent relationship, because here we have a triangle.
A triangle.
Yeah, a student, a parent, and the lecturer or the teacher or the school or the university.
What I want to do, I think nowadays we have all the facilities, the social media, the phones and what have you. I want to create a solution where if there is anything, the parent is able to know it real time. And this is something we are saying, we are having a dialogue with the student to see how we can actually do this. Meanwhile, the dean of students and the dean of faculties and the chair of departments, immediately results sometimes come out. If Ram has a problem, we find how to reach their parents. This is what I think we need to do. Than waiting, creating people outside there. The parents think they are in the university, they are not in the university. The student is just there. And it's not a good life.
Have you had such cases in Meru University?
I mean, all universities have them, my brother. Last graduation, we had a very terrible situation where some parents came from home that the child was graduating. And it was so bad, the student had to go and steal a gown of one of the genuine graduate. And the day of graduation, we had to arrest this person.
That's quite serious.
The parents have always believed that this student is actually learning. So it's something that need to address, and this happens all over the country.
Let's talk about this. You mentioned about having hostels here. Now, your university, Meru University, is surrounded by hostels, thereby giving easy access for a student. If you want to go to class, no matter what the time it is, there is easy access into the university.
Yes,
right?
Very easy.
Very easy. But now here, there is a relationship that is interesting, that has been trending for some time. Student-student relationship. There is a case of students being killed, students killing each other, relationship-wise. How do you create that environment that is going to be sustainable emotionally for the students? Because here we have cases of depression, and depression cases have been rising in the recent past. Now here we have pressure coming in. You want to learn, but at the same time, there are other social issues that affect the life of a student.
Excellent, Ram. The issue of social relations in our institutions, higher institutions particularly, is real. And the students come to the university, purpose number one is basically to read. But when they come there, they also start relating socially. And I've always told my students, and I'll tell them even next week when I'm dressing them, that social pressure, social relations is so heavy. Sometimes it's good to prioritize your life. That I'm a student, I relate with the RAM, okay, but I have to moderate it. So what we are doing in Meru University of Science and Technology is strengthening our counseling department. We have recruited quite a number of counselors that really talk with the students very seriously about social relations.
Because they need counselors.
They need counselor because do you know what happens? We get so much in love with you as maybe my boyfriend or girlfriend if I was a lady.
Yeah.
And when I discover that you are also doing other things, it causes me to get into depression. So what we have told the students is that before you reach such situation, open up. And we have given them their moms, we call them their moms, the counselor ladies.
You have moms in,
in the university.
Nice.
We have given them their dads. We have also given them their peer brothers and sisters, the peer counselors.
Yeah, we have
that you can open up. You know, I'm like you know, you look like my son. Sorry.
Yes. I am very young.
Yeah, I know that. So I cannot tell you something if I have a problem with Pamela, my wife. But my age mate, my fellow pastors, what have you at that level, I can open up. And so what Meru University of Science and Technology is doing is strengthening the counselor, the peer counseling group, so that the students can have direct access. And we keep on talking with them openly in the churches, in their groups, in their hostels, that please, if you have any serious problem, don't keep it to yourself. Talk with your classmate who you can confide in. Talk with the counselors, talk with the chairman, talk even with the vice chancellor. If you are a lady, sometimes ladies fear talking about this social relationship with a male vice chancellor. But I have deputies who are ladies. So I tell them, can you also go confide in this? And by the way, it is not just the young people having social relations. Sometimes you may find, because I've taught in quite a number of universities, you can find girls being harassed by male teachers. And they fear.
I was coming there.
And they fear coming out. And I keep on telling them that, in fact, I've talked with my lecturers, male lecturers, that as a trained teacher, I was taught that a teacher is a father. If you are a man, you are a father. If you are a lady, you are teaching somebody, you are a mother. In fact, we call them surrogate parents. And you cannot commit, is it adultery or what? That's a taboo. That's a taboo.
Because
you
they're
can't
married.
do that.
Some are married.
Yeah, they're married. And these are your children. You can't do that. And so that's what we are encouraging our teachers. We are encouraging our students. And I think we just have to grow up. Because as a country, there are a lot of depressing things. You find a husband and wife, they are cutting each other, everybody. And these things come from stress, they come from depression, and we need to rise up and sort out these things very early.
And they should not be happening even in our learning institutions. Should not be the case. We have cases of students complaining that they are not given grades, and some lecturers, as you alluded earlier, here we have grade for sexual favors. How do you create that environment that is conducive, especially for the students? Because here, they want to be given the power to read.
Thank you very much. By the way, I was in Jomo Kenyatta as a DVC for 10 years.
Nice.
Yeah. And every semester, I was giving results to my students. I moved to Meru in August last year. And let me tell you, every semester, we are giving results to our students. They don't wait to the time they are graduating. So that is sorted out. Okay. Number two, what was the issue? The issue was that, what was it?
Student-lecturer relationship, grades changing.
Sexually transmitted grades, STG.
Favors, grades.
I think I've addressed it. I've told my lecturers, these are your children.
Yes.
You can't commit incest. Having a relationship with your child is an incest. It's a taboo.
Because you create a small family unit in the university.
Yeah, it's a taboo. You can't do that. So we have discouraged. And by the way, so far the ladies in this country are doing us proud, apart from few whatever. But most of these problems between the male students, the male teachers, and the students. And for me, I've kept on telling the male lecturers that those are your daughters. Don't commit incest. It is a taboo in an African society. It is a taboo in the biblical write-up. It is something which is actually not right.
How do you create that gap? How do you bridge that gap? Now that a student has come to Meru University, now you want to prepare them for the outside world. How do you do that? Preparing them for the outside world after giving them the power to read.
Now, I'll answer that in two ways. Number
Yes.
two, even before we give them the power,
Yes.
Meru University of Science and Technology is a very peculiar university in that we are the only university with a very active innovation and entrepreneurship center.
Okay.
So when students learn, they are also supposed to think creatively and innovatively and come up with a project. And then also think in terms of how they can create a business out of that, hence the entrepreneurship aspect.
So you're talking about skills acquired at the same time.
At the same time. We also, our students, you know, the courses I've told you are mainly in STEM areas.
Yeah.
And you know, of late, our government is talking about competency-based curriculum. For us in Meru University, we have been doing this all through. Because competency-based curriculum ensures that you have the skills. You also have the attitude. You also get the knowledge. And this is what we have been doing all through for our students.
How prepared are you? Now the new CBC is coming, and you will be receiving students in the university who have come from the CBC.
For the last 1 year, we have been having workshops. We have been sending our lecturers outside for workshops. We have been training them, and quite a number of them, almost 40% right now, have already been trained in CBC. By the way, CBC is not a new thing. I want to tell you this. The only difference is the methodology. The knowledge, the content is still the same. So
the method is a problem.
The method is the problem. And you know, when you go to class, there are two people. Hello? Two people. There's the lecturer or the teacher, and there are the students. So each of these people has a role. Now, in the former system, the role, the teacher, you come as a student in class, you sit, and the teacher has been doing everything for you. Now, in the new system, the roles seem to be going more to the students. The teacher's role is before going to class, that you'll have to prepare the curriculum, you'll have to prepare the questions that you are the assignments, and then you go to class to give the students, so that the student do most of the thing, and your role now become that of a facilitator, and the student is active participant more than the former role that they used to play. That's really what is happening.
And there, you know, we're talking about now preparing a student now for graduation, everything that happens in the university,
Yes.
and even how they will be catered for after they leave university.
Now, after they leave the university, just before they leave the university.
Let's talk about before they leave university.
Yes,
First
yes.
of all, before you get to after they graduate.
Yes.
Before they graduate.
Before,
you know,
yeah. Of course, we teach them well. We also take them for internship. We also, they do attachment. They do exams and what have you. But more importantly, just before they leave, we also talk with them and prepare them. In fact, we have a directorate called Directorate of Quality Assurance and Career Services.
Okay.
That really exposes them on what is expected when they are in the university and the various career opportunities and what really makes somebody sell outside there. The Directorate of Quality Assurance and Career Services, it makes sure that this information is given to them.
most students normally suffer when it comes to looking for internships.
Yes.
How is the case for Meru University now that they must, you know, go outside there and do that work?
It's a challenge, but quite a number of our students get placed. But very importantly, you are aware, Ram, of late, the government has taken internship as a very serious thing.
Yeah.
In fact, it is paid for. So even for us right now in Meru University, we also have interns from other side where we are paying. But our students also go outside there. And most of the time, like our agriculture students, they're so lucky. You know, Meru is a very agriculturally active place. So they get attached, they get interned in the farms around there, and there are very many. Our engineers, they immediately, even before they get places where they are actually placed. The computer science students, you know, computer sells like a hotcake all over the world. So we do not have a lot of problem. A bit of my student in School of Business, like the procurement, they sell. They sell, and that's what I can say. So yes, just like other people have challenges, as we have a little of the challenges, but most of our students get internship, most of our students get attachment, most of our students get jobs placement immediately.
We have the Commission for University Education and other accrediting bodies.
Yes.
Talk about your accreditation as a university. How is it?
Meru University of Science and Technology is an accredited university by Commission for University Education. It was chartered in 2013.
So
We have
an
had
assurance.
that we have. We are a chartered public university. Our programs, since I joined there, I found about 20 out of 50-something courses were already accredited by Commission when I went there in August last year. For the last 1 year, I think we have done about 12 courses have also been accredited right now. So that brings us to almost 40-something. And then next week, Commission for University Education is coming to accredit. But very importantly, my friend Ram, our Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering is accredited. And accreditation normally takes two places. There's the Commission accreditation, and there's the professional group. Like if you are an engineer, they are professional engineering accreditation group. So that has all been done for both the Commission and also the engineering. Then there is the BTech mechanical also. It has also been accredited by both. Quite a number of our computer science courses, except for computer science and forensic security and water, which is have not been accredited, but they are coming next week to accredit them. So most of our curricula are actually accredited, and our intention is that by mid next year, all of them, the 66 of them, should actually be accredited, and the arrangement are in the place. The only problem
that is by mid next year.
Yes, yeah. The only problem we have right now, and this is not just peculiar to Meru University of Science. If you invite Commission to come and accredit you for a program, you know you pay over 300,000.
Accreditation only.
Yes, for one program, like you did journalism. So if USIU was inviting them, they had to pay 320 for that.
For one program.
For one program.
Yet you've had 47. So 47 times that.
That times that one. Now that is Commission. Tuko pamoja. Now you go to the professional group. Some of them charge between 500,000 to 1 million. It is very expensive for the universities. It's really something we are really pleading that the government will help us to see how to sort out this.
It's too much.
I actually feel that there should only be one accrediting body. These professional people, the Commission, they should put all of them together. When they are coming, they check this thing once and for all. And if you want now to know that RAM is really a qualified medic, then you set for them for exams once they are gone out there, and they do it the way the lawyers are doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is still live as you head over to learn in university. So you talk about the different courses that you have.
Yes, yes.
What is the plan that you have in terms of getting what more are we looking into in terms of the future? Is there something that we are planning for Meru University that Kenyans should look out for that is already in store?
Meru University of Science and Technology is a very innovative university. Whatever we do is something that tries to answer to people's problem. Of late, you have seen what Nation Television has been profiling about Nairobi River. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The discharge of the sewage stuff into the river and all the rest.
And the river is so dirty.
It's so dirty. Yeah, and yet in the 60s, it was something we were all celebrating. I know you were not born, but we were celebrating.
In the 60s, I was not even comprehended.
I know. It's only God who had designed you in your mom's womb.
Amen.
Yeah. So, what Meru is doing, like one of the greatest projects we are doing in our School of Engineering and Architecture, is managing human solid waste. That we are able to convert the waste into a usable health product, into a usable wealth creation product. So what we do, the engineers school has come up with, is to design a particular toilet that does not require water. So you go and get out your solid waste, and then later on, they come and pick it and go and transform it into a healthy product, transform it into a product that creates wealth.
Innovation.
Innovation. I told you about innovation. So that we are doing, and there are quite a number of things we are doing on that. Our agriculture students and School of Computing and Information Technology, they work together to come up with innovations, IT innovation that can come up with what we call a smart agriculture. Meru University of Science and Technology is at the center. Once you pass it, you get towards the dry place. And our School of Agriculture is under instruction to come up with a smart agriculture, climate resilient agriculture that does not just stand because there is rain, but it can stand even if there is no rain, even if there is no soil.
You reminded me the Big Four agenda there. Yes. That's why that's how you're coming in.
Yes, yes.
In terms of national importance, the Big Four agenda, food security, you are coming in there.
One of the greatest challenges again in Meru is that the cancer prevalence is scary. And yet Meru is one of the cleanest cities in this country, one of the most food secured place. As a university, we are so worried that there's so high cancer prevalence. And our School of Health Sciences is under instruction to slowly but surely and with probability 1 become a college of medical sciences so that we train people, especially in cancer management and discovering it and all the rest. And then we also have, what we call the Meru. Meru is a big business.
It is.
And what we are saying going forward in future is that we want to come up with a research institute where my staff actually work on this Meru to develop the right kind of quality Meru that can actually answer to some of the problems that we have there. So that's going forward.
I have Anthony McDora from Nakuru saying Meru University, the best place to be. With Professor Romanus Odhiambo. Development is real in Meru University.
Thank you.
I see you've gotten someone there. Keep the SMS coming in.
Thank you.
Start with what channel 1. Tell us your name and where you are texting us from. Questions, comments are very highly appreciated. We will be sampling them up as we continue. See, someone is saying you're the best.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we talk about campus life. Now let's move on. Now that you've learned, how are you preparing them now for the workforce, for the outside world? You mentioned there that it's not a must for you to go to the office. You said you're preparing them in terms of skill. They should be all-rounded. Yeah. So how is it that you're working with and the community?
Thank you very much.
How are you going to? How is Meru University helping the community around it?
A lot of things. For our agriculture students, most of the students who work, most of the farms around, our students actually do attachment there. Our students actually do internship there. They provide the necessary technical knowledge to help the farmers work on that. That we do. Our students also help them in terms of how they can record the money they collect, so that they are able to trace whether they are making profits or this. These are our entrepreneurship students. But very importantly, how do we prepare also the students to go there? I told you earlier that our students, if you are doing, say, economics, you also do other courses like entrepreneurship, you also do other courses like IT, so that you are all ground. And once you go outside there, it is not just economics. You can find out there's a job in IT. You can find out there's a job in how to manage small enterprises, and you have been given skill. Okay. So our curriculum is designed in such a way that beside the thematic area that you are interested in, there are also other skills, enablers, that when you go outside there, you can always wake them up and use them. And so our students, we have brought industries when they are being trained. Some industry people come and talk with them, and all the industries in Meru, we have collaborations with them. So we send students there.
So that's how you support your students.
Yes.
You talk about industries,
yes.
But at the same time, resources are scarce.
Yeah.
How are you going to? How do you stay afloat, even regardless of the lack of resources?
Resources in the universities, especially Meru University, is a challenge right now. And we are addressing it in several ways. We have created an income generating unit, what we call IGU as a department. So we expect to exploit the resources we have, like we have large land, The challenge we have been having of late is just water, but we are soon overcoming that so that we can generate money from that. There's a lot of money in research and innovation right now. So we have told our lecturers that you have to get together. You see, like National Research Fund has always a budget of over 3 billion, and I hope you know how a billion is. A billion is big money. So we are telling our lecturers to write fundable research project, and the process we are also getting money from that.
Okay.
But very importantly, we are also using the little resources very cautiously.
No.
What we are doing is Ram, who is my lecturer, supposed to be teaching maybe 2 units. We have requested Ram that this is our time. Can you teach 4 units? So we are just trying to do this. And also our procurement department has been advised to make sure that the resources that we procure are bought using the market prices.
Now, we've talked about life in campus, life after campus. Let's talk about life now before. What makes Meru University be the choice university for someone? Someone who wants to choose a university. Why should they choose Meru University? In just 1 minute, as we finalize this discussion.
Thank you very much, Ram. Meru University is in the center of Kenya. Meru University believe in small numbers. So all our students that are doing those courses I've told you, they must do their practicals hands-on.
Nice.
Meru University link with the industry before they go, and this is the place to be. And I really invite all Kenyans and everybody to come and see this university, which is actually at the center of the country.
At the center of the country.
Yes.
Professor Romanus Odhiambo. Nashukuru sana.
Asante,
Thank you for coming.
Erokamano.
Erokamano baba. That is the Vice Chancellor for Meru University of Science and Technology. Remember, it's all about matters education as we talk about Meru University. Keep the tweets coming in. The hashtag is Good Morning Kenya on Twitter. Tag me at Ramago. Official session handle is at KBC Television. My colleague's handle at Jenambui and Manyara. Well, that brings us to the end of this show. See you again tomorrow morning from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Keep it Good Morning Kenya. May God bless you. May God bless the work of your hands. Let's keep learning. Let's keep educating our children. Keep it KBC. My name is Ram Aguko.
Thank you, Ram. Asante.